everybody. So, update, Azsia Johnson. I did a story on her yesterday. She was a young mother. She's actually a mother of two who was walking her daughter. I thought it was a son. Correction. She has a daughter. 3-month-old daughter in a stroller to the dust bucket ex-boyfriend that you see on the screen. Let me correct that. Allegedly, dust bucket deadly ex-boyfriend that you see on the screen. Allegedly, they believe he's the one who shot her in the head. Okay? Killed the girl. She also has a 2-year-old son. It has not been stated that he's the father of that child. So I'm assuming that that's probably a different father. Okay? Because they're only saying that he is the father of the 3-month-old daughter. But she has a 2-year-old son. Let's take a look at this clip. This is an update on his arrest. He's pleading not guilty, and they're going to show the mother. And I want you to see whether they feel, some seem to feel that a system failed her. Check it out. Fair use.
Anything you want to say to the family? Innocent. As Isaac Argro was led into Manhattan criminal court overnight, he told reporters he was innocent. But the 22-year-old Brooklyn man is accused of and charged with the cold-blooded murder of his ex-girlfriend. Azsia Johnson was shot in the head on the Upper East Side execution style Wednesday night while she pushed the couple's 3-month-old daughter in a stroller.
Every time she texts me and said, "Mommy, he's threatening me," well, I'm on the phone.
Earlier this week, Johnson's mother, Lisa DeZor, told us she knew from the second detectives notified her that her daughter had been killed, who was responsible, and feared it was inevitable.
He's going to kill my daughter. And he killed my daughter.
The two had been estranged, and the 20-year-old victim sought refuge in a domestic violence shelter. But DeZor told us the city failed her daughter. Following Argro's arrest, Mayor Eric Adams said in a statement, "Azsia Johnson's family is hurting. They deserve justice, and we will deliver it."
The statement continues by Mayor Johnson. "I am relieved to report to New Yorkers that we have captured the individual who we believe murdered this young woman as she walked with her baby." Someone made a comment in the comment section, which I may feature on the other channel, ATC, about those comments. So you blaming her? Let's get an understanding here. And I like clarity. I'm going to keep it real like I do, not going to sugarcoat it. Who didn't get the darn memo? Who didn't get the memo? You shouldn't have to wait till after you have his baby and then hollering to your mother, "He's going to kill me." You should know ahead of time what you are dealing with. You choose this goes for anybody. If it was my daughter, if I had a daughter, you're going to choose a low-performing man. This joker don't have a job. We don't even know if he can even spell job. A low-performing man, he has nothing going on for himself, and then you decide to engage with him in the most personal way and to procreate, to create life with this degenerate human being. Everybody knows with these dusties, when you want them to be responsible, 3 things that get you killed: putting them out of your place, telling him to get a job, or "I'm pregnant." But yet and still, these young women always think, "Oh, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be me." And then it is. Then it escalates. Now you have a baby, and now look what happens. We're running to a shelter and saying, "Oh, that they failed." How many times does it have to happen? If you are riding in a vehicle, let's try it this way. Ready to go on a trip. Why would you pack your bags? You're ready to go on a trip now. Why would you pack your bags, all your belongings, and hop into a car? It's a man in the car. Why would you pack your bags with all your belongings, and the car doesn't have any gas? And it's not an EV, by the way. So you ready to go on a trip, girlfriend? But you packed your bags and hopped in a car with the man. He's got the car don't even have any gas. And he doesn't have any money. Do you have any? If you're dependent on him, good luck with that trip. Only a person not thinking. You don't value it. You got low self-esteem. Why would you pack your bags to hop up in the car? Okay, hey, it's a 7-hour drive. Probably see you guys tomorrow or later on tonight. And the car don't have any gas in it. Where do you think you're going? Honey, you're going to be sitting in that car unless somebody come along and play Captain Save you both. You're going to be sitting there at 7 o'clock. You're going to be sitting there at 1 p.m. at midnight tonight. You're going nowhere. And that's what you do with these dusters. The only point is they just go ahead and just kill you. Make it make sense. Don't contribute to the death of you.
Responsible and feared it was inevitable.
He's going to kill my daughter. And he killed my daughter.
The two had been estranged, and the 20-year-old victim sought refuge in a domestic violence shelter. But Dezor told us the city failed her daughter.
No, and I'm sorry to tell you, the city did not fail your daughter. See, that's the problem. People are too quick to blame somebody else. And I bet she's a baby mama too. Where's the man at, Becky? Where Big Daddy TT? Where's he at? The system didn't fail your daughter. Maybe you as a mother failed your daughter because you got with a dust bucket and she did the same thing. I wouldn't have bet you hands down that this right here on the screen, Becky, I guarantee you she's a baby mama. Where's the girl's father at? So maybe you failed your daughter, but not raising her correctly, warning her about these darn dusties. You. The system didn't fail your daughter. Your daughter made the decision to have a child with a dusty. It ain't the first time. The girl reportedly has a 2-year-old son. And now a 3-year-old daughter. And now the mother's going, oh, by the way, the mother said in a different report, I'm going to go ahead and seek petition for custody. Where's the baby daddy of the 2-year-old son? Where is he? So you've dealt with Dusty before. And you dealt with Dusty on round 2, and round 2 is not a death of you. You contribute to, as I said before, when you deal with a Dusty, and it may sound cool. Another example, when you deal with these Dusties, go ahead, do everybody a favor. Go ahead and get your phone out, okay? And do a video, let people know that you are willingly and knowingly engaging with a dust bucket. And guess what? Let people know you already know how these dusters operate. I don't deal with them. I've seen enough videos to see how they operate. So let's not act brand new. And sometimes people want to be all, well, listen, sometimes you shouldn't do all this here. And let me tell you, sometimes you got to get real because sometimes we're doing some stupid stuff. And people may say, oh, you're Tone and this girl is dead. It didn't have to be. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Who done get the memo? So maybe sometimes talking sweet to people and softly, they don't get it. And even when you change your tune, they still don't get it because you know what? They're going to do what they want to do. The system failed her daughter? Did the system introduce her to that dust bucket? Did the system make her sleep with that dust bucket man? And child, look at him. Oh, Lord. Do I have to? He'll have me clenching my pearls and my purse. Make sure the door is locked. Did the system cause her to date and get pregnant by a dust bucket? Let's be real. And that's the problem right there. People want to go ahead and just all, as it's, pretty feet around stuff. And well, it ain't working. So, cut it real. So go ahead, get your phone out when you decide to deal with dust and do the video that I told you about. Let people know, listen, you are willingly and knowingly engaging with dust buckets. Let them know you don't love yourself, you don't have low self-esteem, and you are willing to take the chance and risk your life. Be honest. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie about a Dusty. Do the video and let them know. If in the event that this dust bucket kills you, please let people know. That's the choice you were willing to take. You assume that risk dealing with that dust bucket. You're risking your life every day. So go ahead, when you are dating the dust bucket, go ahead and do that video. Do the video, and then let's wait 24 hours if you get to survive 24 hours. And send that video to all your friends and your family so that way they can be a little bit at peace knowing that, hey, she did what she wanted to do. She died loving that Dusty. And what she wanted to do was get involved with a dust bucket. Yep, and you know, she assumed that risk. Make it a little easier. Got them out. Oh my. No, just do the video. Make it a little easier. And then you sit down and look at that same video. Look at yourself on the screen. Maybe that'll help you to realize this is dumb as hell. The system failed. No, sweetie, we're going to have to go with a parenting fail. If you didn't teach and raise your daughter the right way. A system, I guarantee you her mama's a baby mama. A baby mama without standards. Some women are baby mamas. They got standards. You're not finna roll up on their daughters and oh, not any kind of way. Some women are baby mamas and they're setting standards. Let's be real, everybody's not. Some realize, oh, let me go ahead and teach my daughters. Some women are not teaching their daughters anything. The person before them didn't. Maybe it's time for a new day. The system failed. Did you want that system to go ahead and get you a bodyguard 24/7? The system didn't fail this young woman. No. The parenting, if the mother didn't parent her correctly, that's part on you. And here's the thing about it. If you have parented them correctly and tried to warn them and they still won't listen, then that's on them. Because at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. Just like I saw myself still down over 100K. And I was not happy about it. Hell, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm like, I'm not down to my last $10 going to be at the dollar store for my groceries now. No. I can do something different. Say what? Aside from the other projects, ex-husband, stepson, that boy's rich. I ain't never made $500,000 in 1 year. He's done very well for himself, very humble. He wants to date a black girl too. He's done very well for himself. Well, here's what I've been doing. Because I'm like, man, I need to kind of get my money up, you know? Because you like having a safety net, and I still do. Trust and believe, I still do. I'm always planning stuff. I've done some stuff like before and get into a bind. I said, oh, I forgot. I stashed some money here. It was exactly $7,000. Forgot about it. I had stashed that 3 years ago. Came in handy. I said, I forgot about that. I need a little cash. Have to ask anybody for anything. Forgot about that. So now I'm still kind of old school. I have a folder. I said, forgot about I had those 2 accounts. Why did I do that? Try to stash a little something going on for myself. Why? In case something happened. Because guess what? That's what I wanted to do, is to always, I don't want to have to ask somebody for crap. Not even the ex-husband. And I have done that. He's always come through. But I want to, but I'm going to try to be a strong woman. You understand what I'm saying? I did that when I had a little change. Then when money got light, that 7 G's more than say today. And I didn't even need the full 7. I just wanted maybe like around 2. You know what I'm saying? Why? I was doing what I wanted to do. When I stashed that little cash 3 years ago. Why? I was doing what I wanted to do. Nobody told me to. That's what I wanted to do. So we have to face reality. People are doing what they want to do. When you invite dust into your life, or you think you got this, or you can handle it, and you can't. Looking at videos, and like I said, I just did a video on Patreon. Check it out. I'm going to try and get you guys a list to look at too. I'll try and do a backup video. The video on Patreon is happening now. It's happening again. It's happening now. How they get that information? Where they come from with that? Well, how did they know? Now we know how they know. Why? It was important to them. They're doing what they want to do. Now we know. How did they know? How did they know about that? They're doing what they wanted to do. Wow. Young girl on the screen, I hate to say it for all these young women, you think you can handle it, and you can't, because you don't know these dusties. See, you don't have a depraved mind like they do, and you do not have a high propensity for violence. Newsflash, they do. I don't care how much they smile at you, and that's what you see. You're looking at life through rose-colored glasses. You're seeing you. I used to wonder why, a person told me this twice. I said, this doesn't make any sense. Sometimes having all these problems. And a person said to me, it's easy for you to say that. Like I said, I don't understand all these women getting murdered. I see things differently. So I see things the way I see it. Just leave dust alone. Some women want to be the fixer. You can't fix dust. You just can't. Show me one thing you can do with some dust. Get your vacuum cleaner or some dust off, or I don't know, your wall, oil paint, or desk, wherever you haven't dusted. Now what you gonna do with it? Let me see you take your hand, any dust in your house. You can find some somewhere. Look on a picture or something underneath your desk. Take your hands and rub across. Okay, you got dust on your hand. Now what you gonna do with it? You're trying to build with some dust. You can't do it. You can't. So this here, the system didn't fail her. She did. It did. The system didn't. She made a decision like most women think. You think you know a person because you don't have that depravity in your heart. Other person does, and that's why you keep getting murdered. You're seeing a human aspect. You have no idea what they said. What lies beneath? You have no idea what lies beneath that dust. No idea until it's too late. So anybody, if you know somebody dating a dusty, you got to show the whole video. Do yourself a favor. Do them a favor. All you have to do, I'll tell them for you. Just get to the part in this video when I talk about doing that selfie and just play it. You don't got to say nothing. You can say, yeah, simply say, I think she's crazy. Just play that part. They said that part. Just play it right there. Girl, what you think about that? You don't have to say anything. You can be the good guy. I'll be the bad guy. And they can down thumbs the video, whatever. That's fine. Just play that part. You heard about that? Maybe I ought to get somebody to think. And and send yourself the video and then sit there and play it and watch it. Leave that for your kids. So no, the system didn't fail the young woman. The upbringing, if the mother didn't teach her anything, and the decision that she made. Believe me, trust. You can't fix dust. You can't make him love it or make him love their child. That's a whole different diabolical kind of animal. You can't fix it. And the sad thing is, another woman going to try it again. And dealing with that dusty, watch, that's going to bring her to an end. I'm out.